All right, welcome to the Duke Baylor film breakdown. Duke beat Baylor, what, 89-66. Duke was up 17 at half, pulled away in the last, I think, 4 minutes of the first half. Shout out Tyrese Proctor, keep shooting 9 of 10 from three. Caleb Foster, 6 points off the bench, played well. Role players like Mason Gillis, he stepped up and did well in his playing time. Big Pass still doing his thing off the bench. Cooper Flag being Cooper Flag. Everybody just had a really good game, in my opinion. It was a fun game to watch. A little stressful early. Felt like Duke could not grab a rebound for about 32 of the 40 minutes. But luckily, it didn't come back to bite Duke. But if you watch the preview that I posted on the channel about Baylor, they did a lot of things that I said they struggled with. Robert Wright was 3 of 11, I think, from the field. Could not finish around the rim, could not hit his floaters, and he's not good at that all year, and it showed in this game. I think I even have that clipped up. Same with Roach. Sucks that Roach was on the opposite end of this loss, but again, he struggled all year finishing around the rim for Baylor, and it showed in this game. So we're going to get right into it. But look, I appreciate you guys watching this channel, man. It's been awesome talking to you guys on here and on Twitter. And just keep it coming. Keep coming with keep coming with ideas. Keep coming up with ideas is what I'm trying to say. I'll do player breakdowns once the season ends. But right now, we'll do this film breakdown, and then I have a Duke Arizona preview that's coming out probably tomorrow. So stay tuned. A lot of more good stuff coming on the channel, but we're gonna go right into it.
State puts it up, too strong. Rebounded by Knipple. Get it ahead. Flag, kick, Proctor.
It's only right that I start this with a Tyrese Proctor 3. And also, Duke just killed Baylor in transition this whole game. Makes and misses. Duke was scoring. If Baylor made it, Duke was going to go down and get fouled and score. If Baylor missed, then Duke was off and running just like this. And that was kind of the start of Baylor's whole game, was living with tough ones like this. It's good defense. Omier played a pretty good game offensively. We'll get more on him defensively during this film breakdown, but this is an impossible shot. Just great defense. And if Duke's going to make teams pay this quickly for a bad shot, 4 seconds into the shot clock, this team is really scary if that happens.
And he has continued. Mississippi State. Wright couldn't shake off Knipple.
Well, they are right there on the catch.
Right, the handles, the floater, no. And the rebound, knock around and controlled by Omier.
Again, two things there. Robert Wright, like I said, not a good finisher in the paint, and you saw it. Secondly, that's what I'm talking about. Duke could not get a damn rebound, it felt like, in the first half and start of the second half. Great contest by Knipple. The ball is batted around. I need the 7-footer. I just need you to grab it. I need you to grab it. It's kind of unfair for this clip in particular with Malawach, but I need Malawach to be more aggressive when he gets his paws on the ball with that wingspan to come down with it. I know it's batted around by a couple of guys for Duke, but there I'm just like, you got to get the rebound, because if Duke does this against Arizona, Arizona is going to make Duke pay, unlike Baylor. So you got to clean that up on the defensive side.
Omier forged a double-double in all 5 of his seasons in college basketball between the 3 schools.
Wow. Malawach did a great job shutting down that baseline as well.
Flag, one-on-one with Omier. He's going to take it to the cup, and he draws the foul.
Duke just sought after Norchad Omier. I said in the film preview that Norchad Omier averages 3.5 fouls per game, and Duke's going right after him. They get the switch they want. They get the matchup. Cooper Flag against Omier. Slip the screen, ghost the screen to get out of there. Malawach let Cooper Flag go downhill, and he draws the foul against Omier, who had 3 fouls in the first half, and I think he had 4 on the game. Could have had 5, but even if he was not in foul trouble, Duke loved the percentages they were getting with Omier guarding the ball.
And he draws the foul.
That's but what a great look too.
So we're tied at 4, 3 minutes gone by in this first half. We saw Duke take advantage of its size right out of the gate against Mount St. Mary's. There were a number of plays up the rim.
Knipple making you pay for just not communicating This is why Duke is so deadly. You have to almost play a perfect game to beat Duke. Here, Baylor just as good as they are with the talent they have, you can see why they lost 15 games this year. Just dumb mistakes. Like it's inexcusable how much talent they have and how bad they are just communicating on the court. Here it's just Con Knipple and Cooper Flag are just going to Knipple's going to fake a screen with Cooper Flag, and they're just exchanging. Con Knipple goes down to go to the corner, and then Cooper Flag's going to come up, and then Sion James is going to fake a screen for Cooper Flag, and then Baylor just doesn't talk. Don't talk. Where two guys are on Sion James now, Con Knipple's wide open. And look, two guys just following Sion James. Con Knipple's wide open because Baylor does not communicate. They had this happen a few times in this game. One's too many. A couple times to 5 times in a game is inexcusable to be as talented as they are. But that's what happened, and Duke made him pay.
This kid gets
maneuver into that. Nuss drives in, and the floater doesn't go. The rebound to Proctor. Duke is looking to run. Caleb Foster is in.
made that a tougher shot, I thought, when he got in the lane.
Dubravicic, the big off the bench for Baylor, now seeing action. Feed it. Flag against Edgecombe.
He knows he's got the size.
Back in. Edgecombe trying to get in there.
Just tough as hell. Tough as hell take by Flag. Edgecombe initially has good defense positioning. He's a strong guy. He's also lottery pick. And they go to work one-on-one. And Edgecombe is pushing Cooper Flag out. Like, this is really good post defense. But then that initial shove right there, lower the shoulder, Flag gets to his spot. Yes, the ball gets knocked away, but Flag stays with it and then just goes right over top of VJ Edgecombe, who obviously fouls him on the lower end, and it's a three-point play. So initially, VJ Edgecombe won that rep at the very beginning, but the overall rep was won by Cooper Flag.
That's defender at 6'6", 175.
And a sniper from three.
Edgecombe, the Big 12 freshman of the year.
Nice paint screen.
Proctor, he is really.
I think I have all 9 threes in here because we got to celebrate Proctor. But again, here's just flex. It's just flex. Every high school has ran flex. It's just crawl screen for Cooper Flag, and then here comes down screen by Big Pat. And the guy that's guarding Proctor just does not give a damn about giving up this three. The effort that Baylor had in this game was just, it's sorry. And look, Walken, oh, okay, well, I'm beat. Let me just try and blow up this screen, because now if the ref would have called this, which it was not a foul, but say he wanted to keep pushing Pat to try and get out and contest, well, you just gave up 3 points and Duke keeps the ball. Like, it's just bad defense. Like, they're so talented, but they're so bad at basketball.
Drifted out. Just took away some D. Nice slip here.
And Gunga lays it in.
Again, right on cue, right on brand. Is this after a make? Yeah, it's after a made basket. After a made basket, Duke's taking it out. And then Baylor's just, Norchad Omier's pointing to somebody get Knipple, but then he goes out with Knipple, even though I think that is Edgecombe is out there. So I don't know what Omier's doing. And then Kel Foster, low pass, but Big Pat has unbelievable hands. Good job of staying with it and goes right up for an easy 2 off a made basket, because, again, Baylor just does not communicate.
Really one.
I would think a fan favorite, too.
Oh, a young man with a lot of substance. And you're right, it's fit in great.
Nice roll. Look at that.
It's blocked by Malawatch. Oh.
Now, Malawatch gets a very nice block here, but this is an assist to Mason Gillis. This is fantastic help side defense by Mason Gillis to make Norchad Omier hesitate, to where it buys time for Malawatch to recover. It's a good set, right? Kel Foster staying attached to this guy. He probably needed to bump Omier, so Omier is free. And so Malawatch is beat, but Mason Gillis is the vet. Mason Gillis is the most experienced on this team when it comes to March Madness. He's lost in the first round to a 16 seed, and he's coming off a year where he lost in the national championship. This guy's been through the ringer in March. He knows how to make big plays, and here is not going to be a block for him, but it's great wall defense, body to body. and it allows time for Malawach to block this shot, and that's all thanks to Mason Gillis.
Foster remains in there for Duke.
Guys, right now.
Foster the drive. Foster the finish.
Love seeing Caleb Foster get downhill. Again, just sorry defense by Baylor. As much as I want to compliment Caleb Foster getting downhill, it's a ghost screen, and Baylor gets caught slipping on the ghost screen and gives up the straightest of straight line drives you can give, just right to the cup. Just easy 2 points. And I'm happy that Caleb Foster took advantage of the situation. So Caleb played great in this game. These were his first 2 points, but Baylor, again, just gifting Duke 2 points.
Against Baylor.
You need to go, Bird.
James.
Sion James will do that once every 5 games, where I'm like, damn, he actually dunked that. And again, Norchad Omier, not a good defender. Good offensive player, bad defender. And here, his guy setting the screen. He needs to hedge this. He's out there like he's going to hedge, but he is not moving his feet, so he tries to cheat and reach. And he gets blown by Sion James, and then Sion James thought he was going to lay this up live, and he just flushes it. That's just what he does. Full speed, you'll see. Omier needs to hedge this at the very minimum if they're not switching it, and he doesn't either.
You need to go, Bird.
James. Big finish. For the #1 seed in the East.
The mismatch inside. Roach on Malawach.
Look at the difference. Oh, my goodness.
Knipple drives in on Roach. Kick for Proctor. Fly by Omier. Proctor sticks the jab.
That's just what makes Proctor so deadly when he's on, man, is that sequence where he's coming over, guys dribbling or penetrating, so he's going to go give him help. So he's coming over. Again, Norchad Omier out in no man's land, just goes for the ball fake, and he is out there looking like the Michael Jordan logo. Just gives up an open 3, and Proctor right now is feeling it after the Louisville game.
Celestine shows, knock away from right, turnover.
The hands, magnificent.
James, early, Gungba, no shot.
I love that. I love that it's you force a turnover, and then God, to have a big like this off your bench to just seal the small guy like this. Like, I know it's what people want Malawach to do and be, and he'll get that way maybe when he's in the league, but he's just not there. And that's okay. He impacts winning for Duke in a lot of different other ways. But here, you just there's a mismatch. Throw it high to the big guy, let him catch it high, and just turn. He gets grabbed, and obviously it's no shot. But even if it was a shot, he still made it, and he got fouled twice. I just love to see the aggressiveness Duke has when Gungba is posting up. They're looking for him right away as the #1 option.
Before 7 with under 4 minutes left. Cooper Flagg is playing with 2 fouls. Proctor, this time going to drive it. Pump fake. Wow.
I'm speechless. If Proctor's hitting that, then GG's. Go home. Fly home safely, because he ball fakes. Good closeout. And then, yes, Proctor has the angle, but then the push off, he has 2 guys on him. But then he ball fakes, gets 32 in the air, and still just calm and poised and banks it in. That is a vet play. I mean, that's next level. That's impressive.
I'm going to drive it. Pump fake. Wow. Kisses it off the glass.
Celestine.
That's a 3-point play. You got the name right, and he made the goal.
Flagg leans in. It's
Again, Baylor scores. This is off a make. Duke gets the 2 right back. Or I guess Celestine might have hit a 3, but still, they score. And here comes Cooper Flagg, just downhill, does not allow Baylor to settle in at all. Duke's going right at him and gets the 2 points.
get into it quickly here. Now Gungba will settle down, find Flagg. Jump shot. It's smooth.
And nobody this team. Tough to make this team cough it up as well.
It is 20-6 Duke over the last 6 minutes of game action. We're down to a minute to go, first half. James.
Just a great set. It's a simple set, but it's a great call against this 1-3-1 that Baylor has now thrown at Duke. And that's how you get teams out of a 1-3-1. So all it is let me go back to the beginning of the possession here. So it's set up that Sion James is going to throw over to Proctor, and while Proctor catches it, now you got 3 flat with Flag in the corner, Gongba on the block, Mason Gillis on the opposite corner. And so it's 2-3 against a 1-3-1. So you always want to have different numbers than a zone. So if 2 guys or if 1 guy's showing up top, like Jeremy Roach is, you want 2 guards. So Duke has Sion James and Tyrese Proctor. And now you want to offset. So now it looks like the middle is wide open in the 1-3-1. And so Gongba is going to flash because you want a guy flash in the middle of the zone, but it's a decoy. It is the read. If the big guy, the white dude underneath the basket, stays put, then you're going to hit Gongba right here. I know the guy's in the middle, but he would not have beat Gongba like Gongba would have caught that. But instead, the white guy also is following Gongba to the free throw line. So now you have 2 Baylor guys going against Gongba, who does not have the ball. So what do? You throw it over top, you let Cooper Flag go get it and flush it. So Duke had 2 guys to Baylor's 1 guy and Jeremy Roach against the 1-3-1. So they'll drop back into it. And now here comes Gongba flashing at the free throw line. With him flashing, it draws 2 guys to the free throw line, and it leaves Cooper Flag open for this lob.
James.
I mean, John Shire was in his bag in this game. Everything was clicking with him.
Who's to cover home? But they had Gillis wide open. They don't want to shoot it too soon, though.
6 to shoot. Foster takes a peek. James swing. Foster trying to beat the clock, and he does.
Look at that. Caleb Foster, out of all people, executes at the end of the first half for Duke, who, has struggled this whole year finishing the first half. They've gotten better of late, but to see Caleb Foster be the guy that makes this shot clock buzzer beater and Baylor does not score going in the second or into the first half also it's awesome to watch. I'm very happy for Caleb Foster to hit this. The poise that he had in this situation where shot clock's winding down and Baylor's jumping at everything. I mean, there's 6 seconds left. He throws to Sion James, pump fake, guy goes flying, and now here goes Caleb Foster, and he just stutters. And Jeremy Roach, sorry, Jeremy Roach, but it's kind of what your weakness was at Duke, just not the best defender. Caleb Foster splits the 2 guys, and then you have the floater as Omier stays back and hits it, and Duke's up 17 at half because of the patience that Sion James and Caleb Foster had at the end of the shot clock against the defense that was just gambling their lives away to try and get 1 stop, because at the end of the day, they give up 47 points in the first half.
Undersized center, Willis Reed, undersized center, obviously. The physique of this kid to compete at this level is really impressive.
James takes it strong.
You can't full court press this team. You can't full court press this team or it's layups.
Omier didn't want to get too deep. Settle a little bit.
Yeah. 5 points now for the former Duke point guard, Jeremy Roach.
And the 2 forwards with a ball screen.
Flag wants to go one-on-one with Omier, and he does for 2.
Just sought after Omier, especially in the second half. Where's he out on the floor? Point him out. Hey, I went a little too – here we go. So he catches it here. Look at him point for Conkenipple to set this screen because they know here comes the switch. All right, now you have your matchup. You got Cooper Flag against Omier, who's in foul trouble. He has 3 at this point, and he's not going to try and foul, and he's already not a good defender. So blow by him, take a little bump, strong finish. Just textbook. It's easy. It looks easy, and it kind of is because you get the number 1 projected lottery pick against Omier, who can't play defense, and that's the result you're going to get.
Again, listed at 6'7", Norchad Omier, native of Nicaragua. 10 points, 6 rebounds inside.
Just simple. Also, CBS stopped using this angle. It's the first time I've ever seen a team score out of this angle, so shout out to Malawatch dunking this, but I swear, every time I watch a game, this angle, nobody scores. But it's an Iverson cut for Tyrese Proctor. He's going to catch this, and I'll go back a little bit further here. The one thing good about this angle is you can see the whole play lineup. So I'll take back the slander. So Proctor's going over top. Knipple's going underneath. Knipple going underneath. Flag's going to follow Knipple to the other side. And Malawach is following Tyrese Proctor. So you see, there goes Proctor. Here comes Malawach. There goes Knipple, and Flag follows. They're following each other to leave open the middle of the floor. So now you have, and then there goes Sion James. So now you have two-man game on the empty side. Just look at all that space. VJ Edgecombe, I think it is guarding Knipple. What are you doing? Why are you so far out there? You have to be 1 foot in the paint, if not 2 feet in the paint. That is your help side. Omier, too. Omier's pointing up. Again, shocker. Slide over. You're letting this just happen. There's 2 guys for Baylor in help side defense that are outside the paint in the NCAA tournament. Just terrible defense. Terrible, 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 terrible.
VJ Edgecombe to lead the Baylor Bears. Proctor draws Omier, playing with those 3 fouls. Rises up, connects.
Just dancing with Omier. Dancing with the mismatch. I mean, it's beautiful stuff by Proctor.
Proctor draws Omier, playing with those 3 fouls. Rises up, connects.
And they're searching for that miss.
Duke 57, Baylor 44. Edgecombe off the rim. Flag's got the board.
He does elevate.
That's 5 rebounds for Flag. Quick trigger.
If Duke is doing that to you, I swear to God, if Duke is doing this to you, it's night-night. Knipple had 2 threes, and they were quick triggers. This one caught me off guard. I mean, you missed the shot. You got to get back on defense. And Knipple, I mean, there is not that much space here. Like right there on the screenshot, you know, there looks like there's space, but there's still a guy at least in the vicinity that's touching him as the ball is releasing out of his hands with 25 seconds on the shot clock. And he hits nothing but the net. Just straight butter by Knipple.
That's 5 rebounds for Flag. Quick trigger. Knipple drains. In, replacing Rob Wright. 10-15 to play.
Gillis on the floor. Final 4. Last year.
Knipple lob it. Slam.
Duke has just destroyed teams on this 2-man game all year. And they continue to do so right here. Just ball screen action. Get Omier in it. So you attack Omier. And Omir's not dropping with Malawach, but also, again, Jeremy Roach and the guy is in front of Jeremy Roach. I can't tell who that is. You got to bump Malawach initially and get back to Flag. And then Roach, you got to show a little bit earlier. You probably want to bump Malawach lifted above the block, maybe even the second block there. Instead, Roach is just way too late. He freezes on the lob. He thinks it's going to be a skip pass, but it's a great lob by Knipple, and Roach is caught watching Malawach just flush it.
Third largest NCAA tournament win in program history. 1964 against UConn and 2002 against Winthrop, the other 2.
They went on a 19-0 run in that second half.
Knipple drives, and he finishes.
Just, where's Omier? Find him. Maybe it's a Miami thing. Him, Yukachugawa, or whatever his name is. You know, those 2 guys might give up 1,000 points in 40 minutes. Just, and I like Omier. I'm giving him a hard time in this video, but I do like Norchad Omier. But here, just, they switch it. All right, guard against big. Go to work.
Run in that second half.
Knipple drives, and he finishes.
Oh, nice set.
Strong second half for Knipple.
Really anybody's night with this team.
That is a
Who's guarding Tyrese Proctor?
big part of it, the unselfish nature of this group. Proctor got 3.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I clipped this up, so I knew it was coming. It still catches me off guard. Just find him and go to work. I mean, that's how you know a dude is in rhythm. Just every movement of Tyrese Proctor's body had a purpose. I mean, and it was all in rhythm. It was like he was dancing all night on Baylor. And, I mean, this is filthy.
Big part of it, the unselfish nature of this group. Proctor.
Double jab into a sidestep is, and nothing but net. To hear that mic on CBS, just, oh, God, that was fantastic.
3.
Step back. perfect.
83 points per game. They're 15th in the country in shooting, 49%, 21st in three-point shooting.
He's got it again.
Yes.
Who showed on Tyrese Proctor right there. Again, just ball screen action, find the big, attack him. Now Omier's dropping because he thought the guard was going to get back to Proctor, but he wasn't. And Proctor's just hit nothing but the net all game. Just nothing but the net all game in this two-man game.
49%, 21st in three-point shooting.
He's got it again.
Yes.
Roll with him.
He's so imposing at 7'2", 250 with a ridiculous wingspan.
Oh, no, say goodnight.
Proctor.
Dude, just pump fake, sidestep, bang. I tweeted it, but like I could watch a 24-hour stream of Tyrese Proctor shooting a basketball. This dude just, every time he releases a shot, I'm like, this thing is good. And last year, I think in my film breakdowns, I talked about him missing open looks, and I just like, I don't know how he's missing these shots because it looks pretty coming off, and they're just strong. Well, he's found it this year, boys. He's found it, and Bill Raftery's the GOAT. Just I got to listen to him call this again.
50 with a ridiculous wingspan.
Oh, no, say goodnight.
Proctor.
Oh boy, say goodnight one more time because Proctor deserves this.
7'2", 250 with a ridiculous wingspan.
Oh, no, say goodnight.
Proctor. Team for VJ Edgecombe, native of the Bahamas. Another. Proctor. Yes, sir.
One more time, right? I mean, 9 out of 10 threes to go to the Elite Eight. His mom's now coming to the Elite Eight. Shout out Proctor, dude. Just love to see it. Love to see it. And here's your moment again.
Another. Proctor. Yes, sir. Substitutions are coming for Scott Drew. Foster taking the air out of the ball, 7 to shoot. And nobody home as Foster lays it in.
And that is the last clip, which sums up the game perfectly. Just an easy layup for Duke because Baylor just did not play any defense. Obviously, this is against Jeremy Roach. Roach had a great 4-year career at Duke, hell of a college career. But unfortunately for him, like they talked about on the broadcast, like Shire they had a difficult conversation. And those conversations suck, especially when you're telling a 4-year guy, hey, we're moving on from you for next season. I know that had to be emotional for Roach. I know he wanted his revenge in this game, and I understand. But this is just kind of what Roach was at Duke defensively. This is how we're going to end it. Again, no disrespect to Jeremy Roach because he gave us big shot after big shot, but defensively, look at his positioning because he thought the screen was coming, even though he didn't need to do that because the screen defense, the hedge was there, and it's just right down you could drive a semi-truck straight to the rim right here. And Caleb Foster basically does it and lays it in, and that was the last bucket of the game for Duke because they won 89-66. They now advance to the Elite Eight, and they play Arizona, which that is going to be coming out tomorrow. Like I said, I think I did at the beginning of this video of a Duke-Arizona preview with clips from the previous game, just to give you, since you made it this far in the video, all of you that made it this far in the video, I'll give you a sneak peek to that video. Well, yes, Duke did not play really Pat Gongba. I don't think Isaiah played. I can't remember if he did or not. But, there's things that Duke played. Sion James only played 20 minutes. Foster started. Obviously, those things flipped. But one thing that we got to talk about is the guy that really impacted the game for Duke early in the first half and really kind of set the tone was Malik Brown. Malik Brown was massive at Arizona. So Malawach and Gongba are going to be called upon, and they're going to have to really step up because Malik Brown, that was where I came up with the nickname Swiper No Swiping or Swiper Keep Swiping because of his impact at Arizona, just swiping the ball away. And so Duke's going to miss that. I'd be shocked to see Malik Brown come and play in this game, but you never know. I know nothing. I just do film breakdowns and tweet nonsense about Duke basketball. I don't have any sources within the program, but Malik Brown will be missed if he does not play in this game. But I am confident Duke will find other guys to step up, and Duke has to kill the cockroach. They have to kill the cockroach. That is Caleb Love. I know he didn't do anything really in the loss against Duke at Arizona. And then when Arizona beat Duke last year in Cameron, I know he didn't have a big game, but meme-wise, he was waving to the crowd goodbye on top of his shot in the Final Four. You got to kill the cockroach. You got to kill the cockroach. So Duke kills the cockroach. Duke plays in the Final Four. So I will see you guys in the next video for the Duke Arizona preview, and then I'll see you guys in Duke Arizona film breakdown.